John with BFS, and I've got a great honor today to be interviewing and talking with Coach Justus Galac from the New York Jets. He is the head strength and conditioning coach. He's just a great inspiration, in particular for me, being in the strength and conditioning world, to know that he's out there coaching at the professional level and helping so many people. So, Justus, if you can just take a minute and maybe give us a little bit of your background and, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for the opportunity to be on here. I'm a huge fan growing up in the BFS world of following everything you guys put out there. So I'm very honored to be on this with you right now. My background, I grew up in Western New York, just south of Buffalo, very small town, farm town. I had a great opportunity when I was a junior in high school to get introduced to the BFS program. And from there, really kind of spun a passion I already had for lifting and football and being involved. And from there, I went on to SUNY Brockport, school up outside of Rochester. I played football there for 4 years, coached there for 1 year. Following my time there, I went to Dickinson College, which is in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, another small Division III school. Really some great connections there I made that helped me get in at Villanova University, a 1AA school down in Philadelphia. My time at Villanova, I went from being a football coach at my first two stops, at Brockport and Dickinson. I was a defensive line coach. At Dickinson, we did some strength conditioning. I actually worked with Dr. Ken Clark, for anybody out there looking for a great speed coach. Me and him were GAs together, probably one of the best tandem strength coaches that I could ever be with. But got to go to Villanova. I was there as a football coach for about 8 months. Head coach Andy Talley asked me if I wanted to be a strength coach. The strength coach had just left. I had a passion. I was always in the weight room, probably more than I was watching film. So they transitioned me into kind of a two-place role. I was defensive line assistant and the strength conditioning coach. And it basically, about a month or two later, Coach Talley asked me, "Hey, do you want to be a strength coach or a football coach?" And that was really the moment where I chose to become a strength coach full-time. And I was at Villanova for 7 years. We won a national championship in 2009, semifinals in 2010. Great players, great connections again there. And then in 2012, it was 2012. I had the opportunity to interview here with the New York Jets. Rex Ryan, Mike Tannenbaum, and Terry Bradway was really my connection here. And I got a foot in the door as an assistant. I was the third assistant here. And then in about 1 year, I was promoted to the head strength coach by Rex Ryan, and I've been here ever since. So very fortunate, a lot of opportunities. And I always say opportunities are great to get, but it's what you do with them. So I took advantage of some great situations that helped me get to where I am right now.
That's wonderful. So, so much about what BFS focuses on is helping coaches. And so I think my first question for you is just, what advice would you give to, high school coaches that are working in the weight room, and as you know, as a high school coach and college, you wear a lot of hats. You are coaching offense, defense, multiple sports a lot of times. Any advice that you can share with them about the strength conditioning side of things to kind of help them, stay motivated or be, continuing to press forward to help their kids?
Yeah, I think, I have a lot of respect for the high school strength conditioning realm. I have a lot of friends who are in it, not only in this area here in New Jersey. One of my best friends, Steve Schween, is down at Cienega High School down in Tucson, Arizona, and he does more with less than anybody I've ever met. It's really one of those things with the high school level. The more you reach out to even anybody like myself or collegiate strength coaches, I'll tell you I know I am at least, anybody's open to talking to you about whatever. So if we can help any high school coach in the area make our profession better, right? So if maybe the high school coach doesn't have, and this is just a general statement, maybe they don't have as much experience or education in this strength conditioning realm, we want to help that because that only makes our profession better and maybe helps that person maybe go from a dual role of a teacher strength coach into maybe they want to be a strength coach full time for that high school. Yeah. And that's an ideal situation. You guys see it a lot there where not every high school has that opportunity to have a full-time strength coach. So it's so important today. Kids don't do quite as much sometimes, don't play multiple sports. The strength conditioning role can maybe do more than They used to before because PE's been cut out of some certain states and things like that. So that strength conditioning role becomes really their only form of physical fitness for some kids. But I think the biggest thing is, when you go back to it, and that's the same for me too, is keep it simple. The simple things work.
Yeah.
Bench squat, deadlift, power clean, those things work. They're never going to change. You don't have to have all the fancy stuff. If we just get athletes to move the bar with great speed, I think those are the things where, that pays off at any level of sport. And I get often asked this question too, is, hey, are you really sport specific to football? I say no. I really believe in a balanced body. I believe that, if I'm going to push a guy, if I'm going to do a bench press, I better do 2 to 3 pulls to offset that, to keep the shoulders right. I just don't generally, some of our running stuff, I would say, is more geared towards football, but our in the weight room stuff is just basic movements that we think help be a better athlete, and how we move that bar.
Right. And I think ultimately that's the key, right? Is how we move in space, and if we can make that more efficient, more powerful, all the better.